Climbing is another thing I've had enough of for a long while. The harpies and river incident were bad enough. Now we had to climb a mountain and hope enough of us would make it to carry out the mission. Here we lost some more people. It wasn't because anyone attacked us either. One person lost his balance and almost hit me. The guy below me wasn't so lucky. He got pierced by his lance, pulling him off the mountain as well. Whether or not he died from poisoning or hitting the ground, I could not tell. All I knew was we had to keep moving. My body was burning by the time we reached the top. Even up close, I still couldn't see the top of the tower. The clouds were so thick they almost looked solid. "Which way's the kitchen?" I asked. "We don't know. We'll just have to look for it." This is where a unique ability of mine came into play. You see, through years of working at Formaggio's, I got a pretty good sense of smell. Using it, I was able to pick up on the faint scent of roasting meat. Stealth was the name of the game here. There were Pegasus guards around nearly every corner. It was anxiety-inducing having to jump between shadows, all the while having to be quieter than mice. It was something we were only able to keep up for so long. A guard spotted us. One person in our group managed to stab them as it came charging forward. However, it easily dashed two of our members against the wall, breaking their skulls open. The way the others reacted was disturbing. They almost seemed envious of them. I wondered how long they had been there to see death as a mercy. Then again, maybe the creature in the river caused them to feel that way. I got the feeling some of them were hoping to get killed here. The commotion attracted more of the guards, who killed everyone in my group except for me. I only managed to survive by hiding in a nearby closet. Some guards paused in front of me. "Where did he go?" one of them asked. "He couldn't have gotten far. Maybe he's in here." I raised my lance, ready for them to open the door and see me. I was in fight or flight mode. I would have chosen the latter option, however, it wasn't available to me at the time. I got ready to fight when a thunderous boom echoed from below. "What was that?" the other guard asked, alarmed. It happened again, this time even louder. "Someone's trying to breach the gates. Forget about the human for right now." The relief I felt hearing them run away from the door was like getting splashed with cold water after a summer marathon. Once they were gone, I cracked the door open in order to make sure that the coast was clear, then continued on my way. I had a few more close calls, but managed to reach the kitchen. There I saw that the chefs were human slaves. They gasped, and I put my index finger up to my lips. "Who are you and what are you doing here?" one of them asked me. "Invasion. Long story. I'm here to poison their food." While most of them went along with it, there was one man who objected by trying to attack me. I ended up killing him, but it was in self-defense. As a matter of fact, I didn't even really try to defend myself. He yelled and ran at me with a knife. Then I turned and he ended up running into my lance, impaling him. It was clear by how disheveled he looked that this man had been brainwashed. Either that or a snap from being here for so long. In either case, things didn't end well for him. The poison's effect on him was even worse than how it affected the Equus. Unlike the man who got stabbed on the mountain, I could actually see this up close. Boils began appearing all throughout his body. His head started swelling up. He clawed at his throat, indicating he couldn't breathe. At the same time, his eyes were melting out of their sockets. Soon, the poison ate entirely through him, leaving him a red fleshy pile on the floor. That image isn't leaving my head anytime soon. I try not to think about it, The slaves in the room all looked at me with horror. "Oh, yeah, you should probably be careful around this thing," I told them. I then proceeded to put poison in all of the food that was being served to the royals. "What are you doing?" another slave asked me. "Poisoning the food." "What? You can't do that." "Why not?" "They'll get suspicious. If they find out anything, we'll all suffer for it." "Then don't tell them anything." "But they'll know." "No, they won't, and you better not tell them or I'll fucking gut you." Of course, I wasn't serious, but I couldn't afford any disruptions. The ovens in the kitchen were freaking huge. They were akin to a walk-in, only a good deal bigger. Considering what went into the oven, its size was necessary. As it turned out, the Pegasus ate the unicorns. Can't say I was surprised by this, but that didn't make it any less disturbing to me. The unicorn corpse was being made into a roast. It sat on a bed of potatoes and vegetables. Had the scent been caused by a different source, I might have found it pleasant. Right then, however, I just found it revolting. Seeing a roasted unicorn corpse was really unnerving. I almost felt as though it could come back to life at any moment to tear me apart. I ignored this feeling as best I could while working. Before long, I was finished. Just then, some guards could be heard approaching the kitchen. I opened the pantry door and went inside. "Anyone who talks is fucking dead," I told the people there and closed the door, hoping to Christ they wouldn't see through my bluff.